and welcome to Sustainable Prepping, your home for fear-free emergency preparedness and a sustainable life. My name is Brecky, and today we are talking about the importance of not panicking and staying calm in a perceived or real crisis. If you're new here, I want to say a great big welcome. I'm really glad you found my slice of the internet, and if you're not new, I want to say welcome back. We are growing a community of progressive-minded preppers, homesteaders, sustainable living folks, and those interested in living a life that is prepared for all kinds of ups and downs in a sustainable fashion. If that's you, I'm so glad you found me. I'd love it if you clicked like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss any of our content. It is just after Thanksgiving here in the United States. We're heading out of November and into December, and there has been a lot going on in the news. But one of the things I wanted to talk about is the importance of not panicking and of using your critical thinking skills as you get information, you take in information, and you make choices. Over the last couple of weeks, there have been some of the larger name prepping channels on YouTube who have been posting some very alarmist videos. They've been posting some very alarmist thumbnails, and they've been using that alarmist language for clickbait views. They've even been claiming that we are heading definitely into World War III. It's absolutely happening. Most of this was in response to that 12 to 24 hour period in which we weren't sure what happened when bombs fell on Poland. Now, Ukraine claims that those bombs were theirs. They were Russian missiles. They were trying to attack Russia. They fell in the wrong place. They went just over the border into Poland, but there was about a 12 to 24 hour period in which it looked like Russia had accidentally hit Poland when they were trying to bomb parts of Ukraine. This has led to a flurry of videos that are claiming that World War III is definitely underway and the New World Order is doing whatever, and the NATO is going to be attacking here and Russia is going to be attacking there. And a lot of people who have been panic buying, prepping their bunkers, making some maybe poor decisions with their finances based out of fear and based out of panic. Now, 24 hours after that news broke, we had better clarity, and Ukraine was able to clarify that these were actually Ukrainian missiles that were trying to hit Russian targets but went astray, and it was an accident. Now, had NATO wanted to start a war with Russia, they absolutely could have used this. They absolutely could have spun it, and there would have been nobody who would have necessarily disagreed with them. It would have been a beautiful way to say, we want to take on Russia. But NATO didn't. They took an opportunity to start a war with Russia, laid out for them beautifully on a silver platter. They couldn't have designed it better themselves. And they said, no, we don't want a war with Russia. Those of you who aren't familiar, NATO doctrine states that attack on any single NATO nation is an attack on all of NATO, which is why it's a big deal to join. So an attack on Poland, a NATO member, would be everybody in NATO, including the United States, the United Kingdom, most of Western Europe, different parts of Eastern Europe. All of those forces would be then pulled into a war. So it's not just Poland, it's not just Poland and the United States, it's all of NATO. So an attack on one is an attack on all. That's NATO doctrine. Well, NATO didn't want to take this opportunity, this perceived attack that everybody perceived as an attack and everybody was reporting as a probable Russian aggression. They didn't take it and run with it. They didn't create weapons of mass destruction. They didn't create a false narrative because NATO doesn't want to go to war. So every time you hear a video that is saying, oh, we're heading into World War III, prep your bunkers, get your gas masks, it's happening now, I want you to pause. And I don't want you to panic. I want you to stop and ask yourself, who is giving you the information? Now, this is the same that you would ask this question of major news outlets, okay? Any mainstream news outlet, you ask the same questions, but even in prepping community, you need to ask these same questions. Who am I getting my information from? Why do I trust them to give me good information? What is another outlet saying? Okay, listen to a variety of places. Don't just follow me, follow lots of people. Listen to lots of different news. And then ask, who is capitalizing on my fear? The panic that came out of these thumbnails and the panic that came out of these clickbait titles and the panic that came out of these quick responses without all of the information can be harmful. I am sure there are people who are living with crippling anxiety because they think the war is coming. I am sure there are people who have overspent their budgets and now have debt, real debt, because they believed that the war was breaking out tomorrow or has already broken out and the end is nigh. This isn't a healthy way to live, and this isn't a prepared way to live. Being prepared means that you need to practice staying calm and practice discernment, and using the opportunity to practice discernment as you make decisions for your health, for your response to crisis, and for your leadership in your family and in your community. My goal here is that you are going to be prepared to respond to whatever crisis comes, and that you can practice preparedness so that if we ever did enter into a third world war, you can feel the fear, right? You can feel the anxiety, but you don't have to panic. That you're not responding to news with panic. That is the goal here. So as you listen to these other prepping channels, if you watch other prepping channels, as you listen to mainstream media, as you listen to alternative media, ask yourself, who is telling me what they're telling me and what is their agenda? Everybody has that. This is critical thinking. Who, what, where, when, why, how. You learned it in 6th grade and it still matters. This is critical thinking skills. This is that higher order thinking skills. When you panic, you can't ask those questions. And there are a lot of people and a lot of businesses that make money on your inability to ask those questions. So I want to encourage you not to panic. I want to encourage you to be calm, to be confident, no matter the crisis. I want you to encourage you to use discernment as you listen to headlines and you watch videos and you continue your preparedness through the end of 2022. And I want to say that this channel, while I may touch on challenging topics and I'm not going to shy away from the things that might cause anxiety, I don't want it to be a place that instigates anxiety. So I hope that you find this channel a space of fear-free education, of calm, of confidence, and of encouragement. Friends, it is almost Vlogmas. I'm going to be starting on December 1st, and I'm going to be running a video every weekday through the end of, through Christmas. I'm going to be taking a break after Christmas, but I'm going to be vlogging my way through Vlogmas. I know some people start right after Thanksgiving, but I'm going to be starting on December 1st. So I'm excited to be joining you 5 days a week, unless I decide to do a live, and then that will be my video. But 5 days a week, I'm so excited. If there are topics or Q&As you want me to answer, please leave them down in the comments. You can always find me over on Instagram at sustainable_prepping. I'll have the information down below. And as a thank you to you, if you've been interested in my course, Food Storage in a Weekend, or in my Fast and Easy inventory bundle, they are all 30% off until the end of the year. That's right. For the rest of 2022, use this code. I'm going to link right here, and it will be down in the description. Use this code to get 30% off of my course and or my inventory bundle. It is my gift and my thank you to you, because I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. If you've been thinking about it, now is a great time to get your food storage prepped so you don't have to panic at any point. I am so thankful for all of you. I hope that those of you who celebrated had a good Thanksgiving, and those of you who didn't, I hope you had a great weekend. I hope that you are all continuing to do well and you're continuing to be calm and confident. And until the next video, which will be the beginning of Vlogmas, happy prepping.